start by introducing ourselves. My name is John Gretz, and I am a baritone in the Dayton Metro Barbershop Chorus, and also a member of the No Regrets, is the quartet that you see here and here.
My name is John Lemming. I am the lead. I get to sing the melody part, the part that you'd like to sing along with, and also happy to be a member here with the No Regrets Quartet.
I'm Dave Boos. I sing the bass part. I've been doing this for about 37 years, so I'm going to turn it over to Angie.
I'm Angel McCrae. I sing the tenor part, the high part that fortunately doesn't draw anything from dogs, but it's a necessary part.
So I guess we're here today to promote barbershop singing, and in particular our chorus, which is the Dayton Metro Barbershop Chorus. We've been around for how long, Dave?
11 years.
Well, that's the quartet.
Oh, the
No
quartet's
Regrets.
been around for 11 years. The Dayton Metro chapter, they merged back in 1983 with the Dayton Suburban and Centerville chapters merged in 1983.
But before that, it was we were looking through our archives, and we found an old the document of I think from the 1950s when they first incorporated.
Yep. It was considered Dayton Suburban, and Colonial Chordsman, I believe, was the Centerville chapter's name. I know Hank Schuster directed Centerville Chorus, and Scott Brannon directed the Dayton Suburban chapter back then. Then, like I said, they merged in 1983 under the influence of Troy Caper and Lou Wilson and Larry Ager. So, and we've been the Miami Valley Music Band up to this last year when we became the Dayton Metro Barbershop Chorus, because we got a bunch
very good reason.
For a very good reason, because we have some great ladies singing with us now that. And it's awesome having ladies join the men's chorus and stuff.
We should probably mention something about the Barbershop Harmony Society that's been around since
1938.
1938, that's right. And the interesting thing about it is they have, in their history, they have been all male, mostly white, and it's been a troubling kind of thing that they kind of stole barbershop harmony from the African American community to begin with, but over the years they have really tried to move away from that, and in fact some of the very best barbershop singers are of other races and other ethnicities, and now other genders. So BHS has finally just dropped it entirely as far as what gender you have to be. There are, in fact, in the recent international competition, the fifth place quartet was all women, and there's mixed quartets and everything. In fact, the group that you're looking at is a mixed quartet, and we've been together for 11 years, and only recently were we allowed to register officially as a quartet. So that's been some great progress. So yes, our name change was realizing that we were no longer the Miami Valley Music Men. We have actually 3 women that are singing with our chorus at this point, and others as well.
And we'd like to encourage more to join us also.
Absolutely. In fact, actually, I should mention that the Barbershop Harmony Society, instead of saying women can join, they say we are all gendered. My daughter's transgender and sings barbershop, and it's basically we are open to anyone, which is a wonderful place to be.
And it doesn't matter what age you are. We've had anywhere from 90-year-old people clear down to almost single-digit people.
Yes, right. We have.
We currently actually have a couple of people in high school and a couple of people at college age, and so we're wanting to youthify the barbershop harmony experience.
Absolutely. If you can carry a tune, we want you. We can teach you how to. If you don't read music, like I said before, that's never a problem. You got to figure out with notes going up or going down. And we got great section leaders that can help you do that. They can help you figure it out and stuff. So if you can carry tune, we definitely want you in our chorus.
what I always say is that you need to be able to sing what the person next to you is singing. If you can listen and produce that same note, that's going to be the most important thing.
Absolutely.
In fact, one of the most fun things about Barbershop is the idea that you are harmonizing, that you are, the importance is not just what you're producing, it's you're listening to the person next to you and trying to make sure that you've matched the pitch and the tone and produce that amazing sound. We talk about ringing chords, and there's physics behind it and everything, but if you can get a chord to be so perfectly balanced and so perfectly in tune and that your vowels are right, you'll actually hear other voices that you didn't hear before, that it's like somebody else is singing with us, and it's the harmonics that are produced by that perfect tone that you've done.
Why don't we try and sing a song for them?
Let's sing a song.
Who invented music? We'd like to shake his hand, 'cause music casts a spell on us that we can understand. Maybe a magician designed a magic plan. He changed his wand to a baton, and that's how it all began.
When the rhythm pounds
And the harmony sounds and the melody rolls around,
And
presto change, oh, we're 10 feet off the ground.
And when the rhythm pounds
And the harmony sounds and the melody rolls around, then right from the downbeat we can be found 10 feet off the ground.
well, everybody puts his heart in it.
Plays a part.
That's how
I'll tell
music
you that's how music's magic is made. Everybody's toes get happier, everybody's feeling happier, lighter than air, out of his chair, 10 feet off the ground.
'Cause when the
Rhythm pounds and the harmony sounds and the melody rolls around, around. Right from the downbeat we can be found 10 feet off the ground.
All right, that was fun. That was a song from, it was an old Disney movie that was really terrible, but it had that great song.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was called?
I can't remember what it was called, John.
But it was like a 10-word name.
Well, some of your greatest barbershop, your show tunes and stuff come from lousy stage productions or movies.
Right.
So
That's right. The roar of the grease paint and the smell of the crowd.
yeah,
Produced.
yeah. But they're still fun to sing.
They're absolutely great.
This is what quartetting's all about: is going out and having fun and entertaining your audiences and seeing their expressions on their faces and stuff. That's what keeps me doing this, is because we've touched so many people's hearts as a quartet and stuff. We've seen the expressions on their faces and stuff, and we was back at Valentine's Day, we was able to actually sing for they got engaged, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah,
actually, we were the proposal.
yeah, we were the proposal.
The guy actually, we do we should mention that we do Valentine's every Valentine's season, and you can send a quartet out to your loved one, and this we allow the person to essentially write or say what they want to have in their card, and in the card was the proposal, and when we handed her the card and started to sing, out comes the ring.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And I think they did say that they wanted us at their wedding tut, but we haven't heard back. So
Yeah, we haven't heard back. So
That was a very unique thing. We've
Yeah,
had
that's
people to cry and have all kind of emotions when we sing to them. It's fun to watch.
yeah, it's heart wrenching sometimes, but people just enjoy this type of music. They grew up, the older generation especially, because they grew up with this music, especially the lighter roses and stuff that people can relate to from the Music Man and stuff. They just love that song.
one of my favorite moments in a Valentine was we went to a retirement home, actually, a care home, and the children of this woman had got her a Valentine, and it was clear that this was her last Valentine's Day. And they gathered at her bedside, and we sang to this woman, and just the sweetness and the love that was in that room was just wonderful.
It is. We as a quartet, No Regrets, we go and sing to our shut-ins. A lot of members that can't get out anymore, we try to touch base with them and go sing to them. They're very appreciative of what, our ministry to them and stuff. They appreciate it a lot, and it means a lot to them.
In addition, our chorus performs both for the Americana Parade and for the Holiday at Home Parade. We have a float that we have in the parade, which is really a lot of fun, and we enjoy. In addition, the chorus is going to have a show that's going to be at the West Carrollton High School on November the 5th. We're really excited about getting back together because this will be the first show we've been able to have since the COVID shut us down. And so it'll be a really exciting show. And although we've mentioned singing the old songs, we also like to sing some of the newer songs, and it's going to be a good show.
Oh, yes. In fact, the title of our show is going to be We're Back. I should probably mention, we 2 years ago, of course, when we first were under the scourge of COVID, as a chorus, the whole idea of singing together was the thing that was going to make you unhealthy, to expose you to things. So we like everyone else, had to stop what we were doing. And the first thing we did, though, was to say, how do we get back together? And I'm a teacher, so I have we had used Zoom to get our classes back together. And so the quick thing was, can we bring our chorus back together over Zoom? And we found a way to do that. And the next question was, how can we still be active? How can we do something important? And so the next thing we did was got on and had our director at the time was a professional musician, and he helped us with to be able to create an online song that we could all be working on. And in fact, throughout the whole pandemic, we were always busy and available. Yep. We found ways to get together outside, and our whole goal was to try to make sure that barbershop music did not dissipate, and
yep.
We tried to retain our importance to the community. So We're Back is a really important theme for us.
It is. We're so glad to be able to be before an audience again, to be able to perform our shows. We're doing 2 shows, 2 and 7 at West Carrollton High School on November 5th, as John was saying. But we're going to have our chorus and both of our chapter quartets and a guest quartet. We would love to have you come and see us perform and stuff, and it's really inspiring to all of us to be able to be back entertaining again, because that's what it's what we like to do. We like to sing. We love to sing, and we love to entertain.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of, do you want to do another song?
Yeah, we're going to do a little laid back song. It's got a real easy feel to it.
You ain't been blue, no, no, no. You ain't been blue till you've had that mood indigo, that feeling goes stealing down to my shoes while I sit and sigh. Go long blues. Always get that mood indigo since my baby said goodbye, goodbye. And in the evening when nights are long, I'm so lonesome I could cry, 'cause there's nobody who cares about me.
I'm just a soul,
I'm just a soul who's bluer than blue can be. When I get that moon indigo, I could lay me down and die. You ain't been blue, no, no, no. You ain't been blue till you've had that moon indigo. That feeling goes stealing down to my shoes while I sit and sigh. Go long blues, 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 moon indigo blues.
All right. That one was from the 40s, I believe. We do other things that are more modern, but
Yeah, we do.
that's the whole great thing about barbershop music is the fact that you really can take any kind of song, whether it's
Yep, and make it your own.
make it your own.
Yep. So, but we'd love to have our course is growing really strong right now. We're really getting new members in. We're getting them excited about this hobby, and we'd love anybody that think they'd like to try this. Please come and join us on Monday evenings at St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Oakwood on West Dixon Drive. We start at 7 o'clock. We go to about 9:30, but we would love to have you. If you need more information, you can get on our website at singdayton.org, and you can read up a little bit about the chapter and their history. And like I said, what's really great is, if you're a new member and you just, if you have trouble reading music, we got learning tracks on there that you can look at your music and see which way your notes are going. And it's a great learning tool, and we're having a blast right now. We're preparing for our show, but we're having a good time doing that, and we're always busy. So if you'd love to sing, please come and join us, and we'd love to have you.
Mm-hmm. We also have some upcoming places where you can see us. We're going to be at the Fairborn Corn
Sweet Corn Festival on the
Festival.
21st of August.
There we go.
At 3 o'clock, I believe.
Yep. So that's always a fun one.
And we're going to be as John said, we're going to be in the Holiday at Home Parade in Kettering on Labor Day. Then, we're all around. Those are some upcoming things we got coming right now, but we're in what I call show mode right now. We're trying to prepare for our show November and stuff. So,
yep. So why don't you guys talk about your how you came to Barbershop? Angie, why don't you start?
Well, that is a long story.
make it short.
In 1953, I started singing along with my dad and the Xenia chapter. When he started, I started learning off of records and things. And, of course, women weren't part of it then. And I was very young at the time, but I was still learning. It was still getting down in my heart where I knew that I wanted to sing. So then I progressed to sing with the Sweet Adelines when I grew up for a while, and then progressed.
And you were a bass then.
Yes, I was a bass,
Yes,
which
you
is
were.
kind of unusual. But my dad was a bass. I have a cousin that she was a bass too, so it just kind of ran in the family. Then I started singing with the Xenia and the Dayton chapters in 2005, before women were allowed to sing in the chorus, but they adopted me and drafted me to sing anyway before it was popular. So I've been singing ever since.
Fantastic. Dave?
Yeah, I was first introduced to barbershop music. Actually, my brother, Beaver Creek High School, did a production of The Music Man back in 1970. and my brother also sang bass, and they actually went up and sang for the Xenia Hospitality Chorus. Their quartet went up and sang to it. These guys were really good for high school guys. They were phenomenal. That's how I first heard of barbershop music, and of course watching it on TV with Robert Preston and Shirley Jones and stuff. I got to watch the movie part of it, and hearing the Buffalo Bills. When I got into it, I was actually discovered by one of the Xenia members. I sang a solo in church, and he asked me to a barbershop meeting up in Xenia the next night, so I went with him, and I was hooked from then on. So, but I'm a 37-year member, and I've loved every year of it, and that's basically how I got into it, and I'll stay in it till the day I die.
I was invited to go to a barbershop rehearsal by a coworker, and they asked me. They did a voice placement for me, and they decided to put me with the lead section. And at that time, the Dayton Barbershop Chorus had approximately 65 members, and they were getting ready to go to a competition. And if you really ring a chord, a lot of times you'll find that, like, the hair on your arms will stand up. You get a really buzzed feeling in your body. And so they put me in the middle of the lead section with guys all around me. And I had that sensation that night. And so I was hooked, and I've come back ever since.
Cool. I kind of grew up in music, not as like a major or something, but I just was always singing, and I was in the chorale in my high school, and a former student from my high school was a member of the Singing Buckeyes in Columbus, and came in and did a presentation to us talking about barbershop, and it was like, oh, cool. And he helped us to bring together, four of us formed up a quartet, and I remember singing the very first song we learned was Coney Island Baby, and I was a tenor at the time, and we also several of us went down to their rehearsal, and a couple of us wound up joining. And so I was a member of when I was 17, I was a member of the Columbus chapter there, the Singing Buckeyes. But then a couple years later, life got in the way, but I kept singing with other things, but just not barbershop. And then after both of my kids had graduated high school, my mother-in-law, unbeknownst to me, had gotten me tickets to the show for the Dayton Metro group, and I walked in there, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is it, you know. In fact, the following Monday, I think they take that following Monday off, but then the Monday after that, they come back together, and I was right there, and that was 12 years ago, and so I've been singing ever since.
Then we drafted him to sing in our quartet.
That's right.
Yeah, what's a neat story is that Angie was talking about her dad. Chuck was a big mentor of mine. He took me under his wings when I sang with Xenia, and actually Chuck and I share the same birthday also. It's really kind of a neat story. So Angie and I are like brother and sister and stuff. So, but Chuck was a big influence on my life. He was a tremendous bass.
That's great.
Let's see one more out.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
We do Rainbow.
Oh, sure. This is an old song, obviously.
This is the song that our quartet this is our signature song. It's one we first learned together, and we will sing it all the rest of our days. I say it's called Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
Someday
I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, behind me.
where
Troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I?
if
Happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I? Why, oh, why can't I?
All right. By the way, I should mention something interesting about barbershop music. Every song a barbershopper does can't just end when the song ends. You always have to tack on a little last thing, which we call a tag, because on songs that are like on the radio, you can just kind of have them fade out and wind it down. But barbershoppers just have to show off a little, so
Yes,
we always
do.
have a tag at the end of a song. One other thing that probably should be mentioned, we had a really interesting experience. Another thing that we did during the pandemic was to begin the plan for a coming together of different types of music, and we won a grant from the Dayton. Culture Works.
Yes.
Yeah, so we got a grant from them to produce something that we called Everyone in Harmony in Dayton. And the idea was that barbershop harmony obviously is not the only kind of a cappella music. That pop a cappella has been really rising in importance, and that's really where all the high school kids are and the college kids. But to try to say, hey, you know what, we ought to come together. And so we had someone arrange a song for us, which turned out to be "You Are the Sunshine of My Life," a more modern song from Stevie Wonder, and he did it in a style that kind of honored both of those styles of barbershop and pop a cappella. And we found two other high school groups that were pop a cappella groups, and we performed together with them and had a great celebration of the confluence of the kinds of music. And that was at Levitt Pavilion. In May, and that just turned out really wonderfully. And hopefully it won't be our last collaboration.
No. Well, that's very important to get high school kids involved. And like I said before, we're going to try to get our quartets into some schools this fall to promote our hobby. We want the younger folks in there to enjoy the hobby we enjoyed all these years, and it's still going strong. And as you can dream about being on that international stage and
oh my gosh,
winning a gold medal and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that kind of dream.
In fact, you can go to Barbershop Harmony. What is the website for them?
Barbershop.
Barbershop.org.
BHS.org, yeah. BarbershopHarmonySociety.org.
Something like that. But just look it up, and you can go and look up videos. They have some amazing videos of the choruses and quartets that have been performing. My gosh, there's a.
You can also
stuff.
find them on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
all over
YouTube too. Yeah.
Anyway, want to wrap this up?
Yep.
So again, our information, if you just go to singdayton.org, you'll find out all about us. And please let us know if you're interested in joining.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.